One of the zodiac signs has just been kidnapped. Who's been taken? Sagittarius has been taken, oh my god. Well, everybody say goodbye to Sagittarius, I guess. Anyways, who were they last seen with? Aries, okay. So I wonder if Aries knows something about where they are. Anyways, who's our investigator? Libra, okay. Libra is gonna crack this case. They have like the mind of a mastermind. Anyways, their first suspect for who they think stole Sagittarius was Cancer. And their second suspect is going to be, let's see, Aquarius. Okay, those two signs are shady. Alright, now it's time to see who Libra ends up arresting for the kidnapping. Pisces gets arrested, oh my gosh. So Libra puts Pisces in jail, but who is the actual kidnapper? Gemini! Gemini kidnapped Sagittarius. This makes sense because Gemini and Sag are opposite signs. Alright, it's time to find out who knew that Gemini was the kidnapper and said nothing. Capricorn, oh my gosh. Capricorn is extremely shady for that. But anyways, who gets revenge, okay? Aquarius. Aquarius saves Sagittarius' life and justice is served. We are back with yet another Zodiac murder mystery. Now it's time to find out who got murdered. Cancer. So somebody has quite literally stabbed Cancer in the back. So who were they last seen with though? Leo. Leo must know something. Okay, so now it's time to find out who our investigator is going to be. Who's going to crack this case? Pisces. Okay, Pisces has a great intuition behind them and they're very smart. So I think they're going to do great. Their first suspect is going to be Aries. They're shady. But Aries is not our only suspect. The second suspect is going to be Libra. So we have Aries and Libra as our suspects. But anyways, who gets arrested? Gemini. You know what they say? They say Gemini has two faces. Let's see if it's true. Now, Gemini has been locked up, but who is the actual murderer? Let's see. Libra. Wow, Pisces was so close. They were suspicious of him. Now it's time to find out who knew about the murder but didn't say a thing about it. Sagittarius. And our last question of the day is who gets revenge and serves justice? Virgo. Virgo gets revenge and saves the day. Welcome back to another Zodiac murder mystery. Which Zodiac just got murdered and clocked? Oh, Pisces. If y'all know a Pisces, I guess tell them rest in peace. Anyways, they were last seen with Cancer. Now, I don't know. I think Cancer knows something. But anyways, who is our investigator gonna be? Scorpio. Okay, I think Scorpio could solve a murder case. Anyways, Scorpio wastes no time. Their first suspect is going to be Sagittarius. I could 100% see Sagittarius slaughtering someone. Anyways, who's the second suspect? Gemini. Sagittarius and Gemini, two crazy signs, I agree. Now it's time to find out who Scorpio ends up arresting and putting behind bars. Libra. Oh, wow. Anyways, it's time to find out if Scorpio was correct. Who was the actual murderer? Cancer, who they were last seen with. Wow, Scorpio, you missed this one, babes. I'm sorry. Now it's time to find out which Zodiac sign knew about it the entire time and didn't say a thing. Libra. And our last question is who gets revenge and saves the day? Leo. Leo serves justice and clocks Cancer, period. Okay guys, today we're doing a Zodiac Hunger Games where if your sign pops up on the filter, you're dead. Which means Cancer, I am so sorry, but you have gone first. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Next we have Taurus. I actually thought they would make it farther, but okay. Next we have Capricorn is going to be 10th place. Another earth sign. Scorpio? I 100% thought they were winning. Okay, but Scorpio is going to be 9th. Next we have Aries. Oh my gosh, I thought Aries was going to win, but it's our first fire sign. Next, we have Libra. Okay. Aquarius is going to be 6th. Guys, Aquarius could easily win this. I am so shocked. Now we're down to final 5, and Pisces is going to be in 5th place, which is final 4 now. Sagittarius, wow. Okay, let's see who is in 3rd place. 3rd is going to be Leo. Wow, I am shocked. I'm honestly surprised Leo made it that far. And in 2nd place, we're going to have Virgo, which means Gemini has won the first annual Zodiac Hunger Games. Wow, I am shocked. Congrats, Gemini. We are back again with another Zodiac murder mystery. Who died? Capricorn, rest in peace. Alright, our next question is gonna be, who was Capricorn last seen with? Aries. Okay, let's see if Aries knows something. Okay, so everybody is going crazy. Capricorn is dead. Who's our investigator? Cancer. I think Cancer's gonna eat this down. They have a great intuition. Okay, Cancer is getting straight to work. They said my first suspect is gonna be Libra. Okay. So Libra is Cancer's first suspect, but who is their second suspect gonna be? Leo. Okay. So Cancer said Libra and Leo are extremely shady, but who did they end up arresting? Scorpio. Oh my gosh. Scorpio has been locked up, okay? But who was the actual murderer? Sagittarius. It looks like Sagittarius just got away with murder, but who knew about it? Gemini knew that Sagittarius was the murderer? Whoa. And our last question of the day, who gets revenge for Capricorn? Aquarius! Aquarius clocked Sagittarius. Justice was served. Thank you. Next. Today, I'm going to be ranking the zodiac signs based off of how scared I would be if they were mad at me. Virgo's like a 3. They can hold a grudge like no other, and they will not like you unless you apologize. Libra's like a 6. They remember what you did as well. They remember it. Keep it locked and locked. Cancer's going to be like an 8. I would feel really bad because they are really emotional. Pisces is going to be like a 9. I would be scared. I feel bad a little bit, but not too much. Capricorn's like a 4. It's just the friendship's over. They're not going to do too much, but they're going to drop you forever. Gemini, a bomb factory. A bomb would literally drop. A nuclear-sized event would happen. Same with Scorpio. Scorpio, a tsunami. End of the world apocalypse. Aquarius is like a 7. I would feel bad, though, to be honest. Aries, a 5. World War III would strike. And Leo, I don't know if I agree with 10, but it's the last one I got, so I guess I'm going to put 10. Leo would be kind of interesting if they got mad at me. I'd be like, ooh, what's going on? But Gemini, Scorpio, and Virgo, ooh, say a prayer if they're mad at you. Today, I'm going to be ranking the 10 nicest zodiacs. First, we have Scorpio. I love you, Scorpio, but this is going to be like a 9, okay? They can be nice, but only if you've earned it. Leo's going to be like a 4. They come off as that very bright, sunny energy, but do not cross them. Libra's honestly like a 2. They love being the peacekeeper of the friend group at all times. Aries is like a 7. Again, you have to earn their kindness. Sagittarius is going to be a 5. Love Sagittarius. They love to make friends. Taurus is going to actually be like a 3 when you meet them. Taurus loves to talk to new people, but they do keep their friends close. Capricorn is going to be like a 10. They're nice if they know you, but you just gotta get to know them. Cancer is like a 6. They have a lot of sweet friends, but they're pretty in the middle. Pisces is an 8. Love them, but they're not the nicest. And Gemini number 1, oh, okay, I think I can get behind this. I mean, Gemini is like the social butterfly of the zodiac, so period. Attention, everyone. One of the zodiac signs was just murdered. Who was it? Taurus. Everyone say rest in peace to Taurus. Okay, who was Taurus last seen with, though? Aquarius. This is very interesting. Okay, who's going to be our investigator? Leo. Leo is going to crack this case and solve the murder of Taurus. Leo wasted no time. They're starting to point fingers, and it lands on Cancer is their first suspect. But they're not finished with Cancer. Their second suspect of the night is going to be Pisces, both water signs. Okay, so we have Cancer and Pisces, but who does Leo end up arresting? Libra. Okay. So Libra gets hashtag locked up, but who is the actual murderer? Gemini! Gemini was the murderer the whole time, but who knew about it? Scorpio knew that Gemini was the murderer and kept their mouth shut. And our last question of the day, who gets revenge for bestie Gemini? Leo! Today, I'm going to be ranking the 6 most toxic zodiac pairings. In number 6, we have Pisces and Gemini. Pisces sadly likes to change how they are to fit other people's needs, and Gemini loves to make people change to how they fit their needs, so this is just toxic. In 5th, we have Cancer and Aquarius. Cancer is just too emotion-based, and Aquarius is too intellect-based. They cannot meet each other's needs. This is not opposites attract. In 4th, we have Capricorn and Libra. Now, I will say both of these signs are go-getters. They're going to try to win gold. But the difference is Libra cares about other people for real. And Capricorn is just going to make sure they win. And they'll do whatever it takes. In 3rd, we have Virgo and Sagittarius. Virgo likes to have a plan for 10 years in the future. Sagittarius does everything on a whim. These people fight constantly. Number 2, we have Leo and Scorpio. Leo is too proud to admit that they do anything wrong, and Scorpio is just gonna have to have their way, so this is toxic. And number 1, we have Aries and Taurus. This is like a bomb went off, okay? This is what would happen if Scorpio fought all of the zodiac signs. First up, we have Scorpio and Aries. Now, these two signs do not play. I'm actually gonna go with Aries. Next up, we have Scorpio versus Taurus. Now, I love you, Taurus, but Scorpio's winning. Now we have Scorpio versus Gemini. Now, Gemini is going to give Scorpio a run for their money, but ultimately Scorpio wins. Next, we have Scorpio and Cancer. I'm actually going to go with Cancer on this one. Cancer can just, twist their mind to anger Scorpio. Next, we have Scorpio and Leo. Scorpio wins, and Leo is enraged that they lost. Next, we have Scorpio versus Virgo. This is a real close one. I'm actually going to go with Virgo. Next, we have Scorpio versus Libra. Scorpio wins, and this is a shock, I know. Next, we have Scorpio versus Sagittarius. Scorpio. Now we have Scorpio versus Capricorn. I'm actually going to go with Capricorn. Capricorn is going to whoop Scorpio low-key. Now we have Scorpio versus Aquarius. I'm sticking with Scorpio. And finally, last but not least, Scorpio and Pisces. Scorpio. Love y'all. Let me know in the comments which sign you want to see fight all the Zodiacs next. It's time to find out which Zodiac sign just got kidnapped. Okay, who was it? Gemini, no! I am a fellow Gemini myself, so this is just heartbreaking. But who were they last seen with? Capricorn, okay. So Capricorn was last seen with Gemini. This is kind of shady, but who's our investigator? Pisces, okay, I believe in Pisces. Guys, Pisces has got this locked down. Okay, their first suspect is Taurus. They think Taurus kidnapped Gemini. But Pisces was not finished there. Their second suspect is gonna be Virgo. So Taurus and Virgo are apparently giving real shady, but who gets arrested? Cancer gets arrested, okay. It's time to find out, was Pisces right? Who was the actual kidnapper? Sagittarius. You know, this makes sense because Sagittarius and Gemini are opposite signs, but who knew about it? Scorpio knew that Sagittarius was the kidnapper and kept their lips sealed. And our last question of the day, who is our hero? Who saves Gemini? Leo saves Gemini. Leo and Gemini are the best duo for real. Love them. Welcome back to another Zodiac murder mystery where one of the signs was murdered. Taurus was murdered, oh my gosh. Wow, Taurus has been hashtag chopped, but who were they last seen with before they got Aries? Okay. So Aries, that's really shady, I'm not even gonna lie. But who's our investigator? Virgo. Virgo has amazing intuition. They're literally gonna clock this ASAP. Virgo's first suspect of the night is easily gonna be Capricorn. But Virgo, in fact, did not stop there. Their second suspect is going to be Leo. So Leo and Capricorn are our suspects, but who does Virgo end up arresting? Pisces. So Pisces has been hashtag locked up, but who's the murderer? Scorpio is the murderer? Honestly, I can believe this. Scorpio and Taurus are opposite signs, and Scorpio just loves to have beef. Let's find out who knew about the murder but did not say a single thing. Libra. Last question of the day. Who gives revenge for Taurus and locks Scorpio up? Aquarius. Slay. One of the Zodiac signs has just been taken and kidnapped. Who was it? Leo. Oh my gosh, now we're down to 11 signs. Wow. Well, now that Leo is gone, I guess we should find out who they were last seen with. Scorpio. You know, Scorpio is too shady. I do not trust them one bit. Okay, so let's see who our investigator is going to be. Let's see. It's gonna be Sagittarius. Okay, they could do this. I have faith in them. Okay, so they're not wasting any time. Their first suspect is going to be, let's see, Aries. Okay, I agree. Okay, Aries is shady. They would kidnap Leo. And their second suspect is going to be Cancer. Again, I agree. Cancer would totally kidnap someone. Like, you gotta watch out for them. Now it's time to figure out who was arrested for the kidnapping. Let's see who it was. Libra. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Libra has been arrested, but who is the actual kidnapper? Taurus. Oh my gosh. They weren't even on Sagittarius's radar. Now it's time to find out who knew about it and didn't say a thing. Gemini. Gemini so would. You know, they say they have two faces. And our last question of the day is who gets revenge and saves Leo's life? Pisces. I knew they would do it. Welcome back to yet another Zodiac kidnapping. Who was kidnapped today? Virgo! Wow. If we have any Virgos in the chat, RIP. But anyways, who were you last seen with? Leo. Okay. Y'all know Leos can be very fake. I don't know. But anyways, who's our investigator? Capricorn. Okay. I mean, Capricorn, they'll probably do all right at this. Okay, who's their first suspect? Aquarius. I agree 100% Aquarius is shady. But their second suspect is gonna be Libra. Okay, so we have Aquarius and Libra, but who does Capricorn end up arresting? Scorpio! Oh my god. Y'all know Scorpio is shady, but anyways, who is the actual kidnapper? Gemini! Y'all know Gemini and their two faces. It's okay, I can say they have two faces. I'm a Gemini myself, but wow. Next, it's time to find out who knew about it and didn't say anything. Scorpio! Scorpio and Gemini, y'all, that is a toxic pairing. Now, last but most certainly not least, who saves Virgo's life, y'all? Pisces! Wow. I don't know, y'all. Justice seems to be served. Today, I'm ranking the Zodiac signs based off of how likely they would be to get away with murder. So, Cancer, I love y'all, but y'all are gonna tell your best friend, and that best friend's gonna tell everybody else. So then you're a 10 easily. Gemini's gonna be in the middle. They definitely would murder someone, but they have a loud mouth. A large mouth, if you will. Next, we have Leo. Again, same thing as Gemini. Y'all cannot keep anything to yourselves, so it's gonna be a 9. Pisces. I'm scared of them. Actually scared. Now, Scorpio too. Scorpio has a loud mouth, but they're very good at manipulating things, so I feel like it's giving a 4. Aries. Aries could easily get away with murder, but I'm gonna give them a 5 too. Aquarius. Now, they definitely would have the means to, but I think the same thing as Gemini or whatever, or Cancer, they would tell their best friend. Next, we have Virgo. Virgo's getting away with murder. They would definitely plan the whole entire thing out. Libra is a middle of the pack. They could get away with it, but I think they would feel too bad and let one little thing slip. Capricorn, run away. Taurus is gonna be an 11, I'm sorry, and Sagittarius 12. Yeah, Taurus and Sagittarius, they are not getting away with murder. Today, I'm gonna be telling you which zodiac sign is your opposite sign. First up is Aries and Libra. Both of these signs are extremely competitive, but Aries will stop at nothing to win, and Libra, they care more about their relationships and they don't want to hurt anyone. Next is Taurus and Scorpio. Both of these signs want to be on the top. They want to be the best, but Taurus will be the best by being the most stubborn, and Scorpio will use you and manipulate you. Next is Gemini and Sagittarius. Both of these signs are crazy and can be toxic, but Gemini is more complex and they want to be like the social butterfly, while Sagittarius just is here for a good time. Next is Cancer and Capricorn. Both of these signs are more on the reserved side, and Cancer is just here for a good time, not for a long time, and Capricorn is more reserved, like don't talk to me unless you have to. Next is Leo and Aquarius. Both of these signs love to have their little star moments, but Aquarius wants their star moments through hard work. Leo wants it through like, I deserve this, look at me. And last but not least, we have Virgo and Pisces. Virgo is very physically overbearing, and Pisces is very emotionally overbearing, but both of these signs can be a lot to handle and very emotional, but in different ways. Y'all already know what it is. I'm gonna be ranking the zodiac signs based off of how nice they are. Gemini is gonna be like a 5. They can be really nice if they want to, but they can also be mean. Pisces is gonna be like an 8. They do kind of come off very aggressive at times. Cancer is gonna be like a 7. I feel that they can be very like kept to themselves. Sagittarius is like a 6. If you're their friend, they'll go up to you. Scorpio, ooh. Love you though. Virgo's like a 4. I feel like they are very good at charming people. Aquarius is like a 3, very good at charming people as well. Capricorn, oh. Sorry, I love y'all. Leo, probably like a 2. They love to talk to people. And Libra, number 1, the nicest zodiac, hashtag Libra. They love talking to people. Anyways, I also want to say thank y'all so much for 1.6 million followers. I literally cannot believe it, and I love y'all so much. Also, comment down below any video ideas y'all have. Also, what are your zodiac signs? Tell me. I'm a Gemini. Oh, one of the zodiac signs was just found dead. Who was it? Virgo! Girl, we're gonna have a memoriam for Mrs. Virgo, but who were they last seen with? Cancer! Okay, Cancer, we have some questions for you. Cancer, we're not even gonna lie, that's really shady. Okay, but who's our investigator? Capricorn. Okay, I think they have great intuition. Capricorn, I think they're gonna crack this case in like 3 seconds. Their first suspect is Leo. Oh, they said, Leo, you always make everything else about yourself. Why not this? So Leo is our first suspect, but Capricorn is not done. Their second suspect is gonna be Taurus. Oh, maybe Taurus was a little upset with Virgo, but who ends up getting arrested? Aries. Oh, not them getting arrested. So Aries gets hashtag locked up, but who is the actual murderer? Sagittarius. Sagittarius clocked Virgo and got away with it. So who knew about it? Libra knew about it the entire time? Why would Libra know and not say something? Anyways, who gets revenge? Pisces. Pisces gets revenge for their bestie Virgo. They said, not today. So they clocked that tea. Guys, one of the zodiac signs was just kidnapped. Who was it? Capricorn. Somebody stole Capricorn. Guys, who would do such a thing? Anyways, who was Capricorn last seen with? Gemini. Ooh, Gemini, this is giving shady. All right, who is going to be our investigator to help us save and find Capricorn? Pisces. Okay, they have great intuition. Pisces is wasting no time. Their first suspect is going to be Virgo. Okay, apparently Virgo is giving shady boots, but who is their second suspect? Cancer. Okay. So Pisces pointed fingers at Cancer and Virgo, but who did they arrest? Taurus. Whoa. So Taurus gets arrested for kidnapping the fellow Earth sign, but who was the actual kidnapper? Pisces was the kidnapper and they were the investigator? This is tea. It's time to find out who ends up finding and saving Capricorn. Aries, okay, they said I'll save the day if Pisces can't. And the last one of the day, who gets revenge for Capricorn? Aquarius clocked Pisces. They said you're not getting away with that. Hold on, do you think you could win a fight? Well, this is what would happen if Virgo fought all of the zodiac signs. First up, we have Virgo versus Aries. Now, love Virgo, but you don't want to see Aries when they're angry. Next, we have Virgo versus Taurus, Virgo. Next, we have Virgo versus Gemini. We're going back to Gemini, okay? Next, we have Virgo versus Cancer. Now, I love you, my bestie Cancers, but Virgo's gonna gather you. Next, we have Virgo versus Leo. Virgo. And now we have Virgo versus Libra. I'm gonna go with Libra on this one. And next we have Virgo versus Scorpio. Again, you do not want to mess with Scorpio, okay? And now we have Virgo versus Sagittarius. We're going back to Virgo. Virgo versus Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is a heavy hitter, but I think Virgo can make them just the right type of upset to win. Now we have Virgo versus Aquarius. Virgo. And finally, we have Virgo versus Pisces. Ooh, this is a real close one. It's almost a toss-up, but let's go Virgo. Comment which sign you want to see next. Welcome back to yet another Zodiac Award ceremony. Our first award is going to be most iconic, and this is simply going to have to be Gemini. Next is going to be the sign that you just don't want to mess with. This is going to be Scorpio. Do not mess with them. Next is going to be the smartest sign. We're going to have to give that one to Aquarius. Trust their instincts. Next, we have the most charming sign. This is going to be Libra. They love to talk to people and make people feel warm. Next, we have the boldest zodiac, Aries. They are bold. Love that, though. The most funny is going to have to be Sagittarius. They know how to crack a joke. The most successful award is going to have to go to Virgo, because they know how to make a plan and put it into action. The best friend award is going to have to go to Taurus. They are extremely loyal. Love them. Of course, most popular is going to have to go to Leo. The prettiest is going to have to be Cancer. They know how to serve a look. Next, for most artistic, is going to have to be Pisces. And for our leader award, Capricorn. They're just a leader to all. One of the zodiac signs was just kidnapped. Who has gone missing? Libra. Now that there's only 11 signs left, who was Libra last seen with? Sagittarius. Okay, this is definitely a little bit shady, but who's our investigator? Virgo. Okay, I think Virgo's gonna crack this case easy. Okay, Virgo is getting to work, wasting no time. Their first suspect's gonna be Aquarius. But Virgo's second suspect of the night is going to be Capricorn. So apparently Capricorn and Aquarius are giving shady. Virgo stayed up all night and they came to the conclusion they're going to arrest Leo. Leo has been arrested for the kidnapping of Libra. Let's see if Virgo was right though. The actual kidnapper was Scorpio. Scorpio was the actual kidnapper, but who knew about it and did not say a word? Cancer knew about it and kept their lips sealed. Alright, it's time to find out who our hero is. Who saves Libra? Taurus saves Libra and saves the day. Okay, comment down below which signs you want to see next. It's time to find out which of the zodiac signs just got murdered. Who was it? Leo. Leo is no longer with us, but who were they last seen with? Aquarius. Okay, but now it is time to find out who is our investigator going to be. Scorpio. Scorpio's gonna crack this case. I believe in them. Scorpio is wasting no time getting to work. Their first suspect is gonna be Cancer. Apparently Cancer has been throwing mega red flags, but who's our second suspect? Sagittarius. So we have our two suspects, but who does Scorpio end up arresting? Capricorn. Capricorn gets arrested, but now it's time to find out who the actual murderer was. Gemini. Gemini literally murdered Leo, but who knew about it the entire time? Virgo knew and did not say a thing. Wow. And our last question of the day is who gets revenge for Leo? Taurus. Taurus literally came to Gemini and Virgo and said, girl, you're not getting away with this, and clock that T. Taurus saves the day. Thank you, Taurus. This is what would happen if Cancer fought all of the zodiac signs. Y'all know it's Cancer season. Let's get this started. First up is Cancer versus Aries. Now, y'all know Aries don't play, but Cancer plays harder, so Cancer. Next up is Cancer versus Taurus. Now, this is an extremely close one, but I'm gonna go with Cancer. Now we have Cancer versus Gemini. This is a battle for the ages. We'll go with Gemini. Now we have Cancer versus Leo. I'm still gonna go with Leo. Now we have Cancer versus Virgo. Virgo put up a really, really tough fight, and they're a fierce competitor, but Cancer. Now we have Cancer versus Libra. I'm gonna go with Libra on this one, because Libra can, like, twist Cancer's mind, if you know what I mean. Now we have Cancer versus Scorpio. Scorpio is such a dominant sign, but not with Cancer. Next we have Cancer versus Sagittarius. This is close, but Cancer. Now we have Cancer versus Capricorn, Cancer. And next we have Cancer versus Aquarius. I'm going with Aquarius. And last but most certainly not least, Cancer versus Pisces, Pisces. A murder has occurred. Okay, which of the zodiac signs got murdered? Pisces, oh my gosh. Well, we're down to 11 signs. But anyways, who was Pisces last seen with? Virgo. Virgo's low-key shady. I feel like they might know what's going on. Alright, let's see who our investigator is that will be finding who murdered Pisces. Leo, okay. I think Leo can handle this. Leo wastes no time. Their first suspect is going to be Cancer. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they think Cancer killed their fellow water sign Pisces. But anyways, their next suspect is Aquarius. Okay. Cancer and Aquarius, this is very interesting. Anyways, who does Leo end up arresting? Virgo, who they were last seen with. Wow, this makes sense. Leo is smart. But it's time to find out who the actual murderer was. Was it Virgo? It was Scorpio. Scorpio clocked their fellow water sign. Wow, this is tea. This is crazy. Alright, now it's time to find out who knew that Scorpio was the murderer and said nothing. Capricorn, wow. And our last question is who gets revenge? Okay, Gemini. Gemini gets revenge for their best friend Pisces and clocks Scorpio, and justice is served. Today I'm ranking the zodiac signs based off of how naughty or nice they are. 12 being naughty and 1 being the nicest. Virgo is gonna be a 10. Okay, they can definitely have a naughty side for sure. Scorpio, 9. Okay, just like Virgo. Capricorn, the same thing. Capricorn can be very blunt sometimes, so I'm gonna put them at a 7. Love them though. Aquarius is actually gonna be at a 6. They can actually be really nice to the people that they want to be nice to. Cancer, y'all may be surprised on this one, but I'm gonna go 2. Okay, Cancer, it can actually be very, very nice. It's giving nice list. Libra, number 1. I'm sorry, y'all are gonna hate me, but Libra is on that nice list. Aries is gonna be an 11. They definitely have a naughty side. And Leo is gonna be 5. Okay, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, Leo is naughty, this, that, and third. I like Leo. Pisces is gonna be an 8 though. They do have a little naughty side. Taurus is gonna be a 4. They're genuinely sweet to a lot of people. Sagittarius is gonna be number 12. And Gemini is 50-50, but I guess we're gonna have to put them at 3rd. It is time for a zodiac kidnapping. Let's see which zodiac sign was taken. Pisces. So we are down to 11 signs. But anyways, who was Pisces last seen with? Virgo. I wonder if they know something about the disappearance. Okay, now it's time to see who our investigator will be that will help us save Pisces' life. Aquarius. They're gonna clear. So Aquarius wastes no time. Their first suspect is going to be Taurus. And their second suspect is going to be, let's see, Libra. Okay, so we have our 2 suspects, Taurus and Libra, but who ends up getting arrested? Let's see, Sagittarius. Now, I could see this totally happening. Sagittarius would kidnap someone, but who is the actual kidnapper? Aries! Now it's time to figure out who knew about it and did not say a single thing the entire time. Gemini, wow. And our last question is who gets revenge and saves Pisces' life? Scorpio. Scorpio saves their fellow water sign's life. And at the end of the day, y'all, justice is served. I know that's right. Pisces, you have lived to see another day. Love it. Okay, today I'm ranking the zodiac signs most likely to find love this year. First off, we have Leo, and we're starting strong. They're definitely finding someone this year. Cancer, I feel that same way. They're gonna be like a 5 for me. Pisces is gonna be like a 7. They are making the moves, but I feel like next year is when they're gonna lock in. Virgo, I feel like they've already had their time. Like, I feel like last year was the big love year for them, so I think this year's just a consistent 9. Aquarius is going to be probably an 8. They're making moves, but I feel like, again, next year is their big one. Taurus is going to be a 4. This is the year for Taurus. Sagittarius is right dead in the middle, a 6, okay? Libra, y'all listen. This is your year, Libra, trust. Capricorn, I love y'all, but this is not your year. I love y'all so much. Next year, maybe. Aries is going to be a 10, similar to Capricorn. Scorpio, now Scorpio is the sign of love and all things adjacent, so we're going to keep it a 2. And Gemini, I love y'all. I'm a Gemini myself, but 11. Trust. Hey team, today I'm going to be ranking the zodiac signs based off of how likely they would be to fight a bear in the woods and, survive. First we got Virgo. Virgo's going to be like a 3, okay? Honestly, Virgo fighting a bear, help the bear, okay? Next we have Taurus. Ooh, 9. I love a Taurus, but they would definitely start screaming or doing something crazy. Next we have Libra. Probably like a 7. I think Libra thinks they could tame a bear and they just simply cannot, okay? Next we have Capricorn. Capricorn's going to be like a 4. Capricorn would have that bear in the chokehold, okay? They would somehow find a way. Next, we have Pisces. Pisces is gonna be like a 8. Pisces is either clearing that bear in 1 second or completely dying in the first second. There's no in between. Next, we have Leo. Leo's gonna be like a 10. Leo's one wish out of this whole thing is that Netflix makes this like a special about them, so yeah. So Sagittarius is gonna be like a 6. Sagittarius is a fire sign, so I definitely would not play with them, but I don't necessarily think they would kill a bear either. Aquarius, 11. Don't get me wrong, Aquarius are extremely smart, but they're not about to fight a bear. Gemini, probably like a 5. Gemini would make an interesting fight for about 30 seconds, and then they would do something stupid and die. Scorpio, probably a 1. Scorpio would try to like twist the bear's mind or something. Aries, probably a 2. Yes, I could definitely see Aries clocking a bear, okay? And in 12th place, we have Cancer, okay? Love you, babes, but that bear, it's gonna have itself a tasty treat. Oh my gosh, one of the zodiac signs was literally just found dead. Who was it? Aries! Oh my gosh, rest in peace. While Aries has been clocked, who found their body? Libra, okay. That must have been very traumatizing for Libra, but who was Aries last seen with? Taurus. Okay, this is really shady. Who is gonna be our investigator and crack the case, okay? Gemini. Gemini has great intuition. They are gonna find out who killed Aries. Gemini is not wasting any time. They're getting straight to work. Their first suspect is Libra, who found the body. Okay, this is making sense so far, but who is Gemini's second suspect? Virgo. Okay, so apparently Virgo has been being real shady, but who ends up getting arrested? Aquarius! Okay, Aquarius is hashtag behind the bars, but who's the actual murderer? Leo! Leo was the murderer the whole time. Oh my gosh, but who knew about it? Okay, who knew? Scorpio knew and didn't say anything. Leo and Scorpio were conspiring to get Aries killed, but who gets revenge? Okay, Gemini gets revenge. They clocked them. Okay, justice was served, I guess. Today, I'm going to be ranking the zodiac signs based off of how much I would recommend that you fall in love with them. Taurus is like a 4. They are extremely loyal, but they can get extremely stubborn, so just don't make them mad. Pisces is like a 5, okay? They're going to meld with your personality and really try to care for you as long as you care for them. Aries is a 7. Just don't make them mad. Just listen to what they say. Trust. Scorpio, ooh, this is going to be right in the middle, a 6, okay? Because Scorpio is a great sign of love, but do not cross them because it'll be the worst breakup you've ever had. Leo's going to be a 3. If you give them the attention that they crave, perfect. They're going to give it to you, but just be prepared. Gemini, ooh, it's either a 2 or 8. 2 or 8. It's going to be an 8. Gemini, they're known as two-faced. I'm a Gemini myself. They can be known to be a little crazy sometimes. Next, we have Aquarius. Aquarius is going to be a 9. They're going to be obsessed with you, either in a cute way or a crazy way. There's nowhere in between. Number 10, we have Capricorn. Capricorn has crazy high expectations. Honestly, good for them. Good for them, but you're never going to meet their expectations. Sagittarius is a 2 because they love to be in love, but let's just hope they stay in love with you and only you. And number 1, I agree, is gonna have to be Virgo. Virgo is extremely hygienic. They plan things out and they'll care for you and they love planning little dates. So yeah, I agree with this. Do you? Whoa, one of the zodiac signs was just brutally murdered. Who was it? Leo. Oh my gosh, everyone say RIP to Leo. Wow, Leo, you will be missed. But who was last seen with Leo? Taurus was with Leo before they... Wow, this is shady. Okay, let's get into cracking this case. Who is going to be our investigator? Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius has great intuition. This is amazing. I don't know about y'all, but I trust Aquarius. This is their first suspect. Cancer. Ooh. Apparently Cancer is serving shady. Who is our second suspect though? Scorpio. Both water signs. Aquarius thinks something is fishy with these water signs, but who gets arrested? Libra! Libra usually serves innocence, but who is the actual murderer? Virgo! It's giving that Virgo was very much jealous of Leo, but who knew about it? Capricorn knew that Virgo was the murderer and said, I'm not saying anything. And finally, who is going to get revenge for their best friend, Leo? Gemini! Gemini said, you're not about to hurt my best friend. Clock it. Welcome back to yet another Zodiac murder mystery. Which one of the signs died? Capricorn! Well, everyone say goodbye to Capricorn. Okay, but who was Capricorn last seen with? Taurus, their fellow Earth sign. Okay. We're gonna get straight into it. Who is gonna be our investigator and help us crack this case? Libra! Libra is gonna solve this case so easily. They can read people. Their first suspect of the night is actually gonna be Scorpio. I agree, Scorpio is giving shady. But Scorpio is not the only suspect. The second suspect's gonna be Leo. Okay, I agree. So we have Leo and Scorpio as our suspects, but who does Libra end up arresting? Virgo! Okay. You know, I could actually see Virgo clocking Capricorn, but who is the actual murderer? Pisces? I am in actual shock, but who knew that Pisces was the murderer? Libra knew that Pisces was the murderer and they were the investigator? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is tea. The last question is going to be who gets revenge for Capricorn? Okay, let's see it. Gemini! Gemini said, oh my gosh, let me clock them. So Gemini came and saved the day. Ooh. This is what would happen if Aries fought all of the zodiac signs. First up, we have Aries and Taurus. R.I.P. Taurus, I'm so sorry. Next, we have Aries and Gemini is not about to let Aries slide, so Gemini. Next, we have Aries versus Cancer. R.I.P. Cancer, you will be missed. Now we have Aries versus Leo. This is an extremely competitive one. Aries wins and Leo goes crazy. Now we have Aries versus Virgo. This is also a really close one. Virgo. Now we have Aries versus Libra. This one gets very heated. It's a long fight. Aries. Now we have the bombshell of the season. Aries versus Scorpio. You do not want to mess with these two. I'm actually going to go with Scorpio. Now we have Aries versus Sagittarius. Aries. Now we have Aries versus Capricorn. Now I usually go with Capricorn on these things, but Aries. Now we have Aries versus Aquarius. I'm surprisingly actually going to go with Aquarius on this. And last, but certainly not least, we have Aries and Pisces. Pisces gives Aries a run for their money, but overall, Aries. Let me know in the comments which sign you want to see fight all the zodiacs next. This is who would win if Aquarius fought all of the zodiac signs. First, we have Aquarius versus Aries. I'm gonna go with Aquarius. First is Aquarius versus Aries. Girl, I'm going Aquarius. Now we have Aquarius versus Taurus. I'm sticking with bestie Aquarius. Now we have Aquarius versus Gemini. I'll go with Gemini. Now we have Aquarius versus Cancer. I'm going back to Aquarius. Aquarius is a tough competitor. Now we have Aquarius versus Leo. Now we have Aquarius versus Virgo. Again, this is really tough. Virgo. Next, we have Aquarius versus Libra. I'm actually going to go with Aquarius. Now we have Aquarius versus Scorpio. I'm going back to Scorpio. Scorpio is just crazy good, okay? Now we have Aquarius versus Sagittarius. I'm going Sagittarius. Now we have Aquarius versus Capricorn. Capricorn is a fierce competitor, but I think Aquarius gets them. Aquarius. And last, but most certainly not least, Aquarius versus Pisces. Aquarius. One of the zodiac signs was just shoved in the back of a van and kidnapped. Who was it? Libra. Libra, you will be missed. Now that there's only 11 signs left, who was Libra last seen with? Leo. This is shady. Alright, so Leo was last seen with Libra, but who is our investigator going to be today? Scorpio. Perfect. Scorpio is going to crack this case. They're not going to hold anything back. Their first suspect is Pisces. But Pisces isn't the only suspect of tonight. Scorpio's second suspect is Capricorn. So we have Pisces and Capricorn on our hit list, but who does Scorpio end up arresting? Aries. I could 100% see Aries kidnapping someone, but who was the actual kidnapper? Gemini? Gemini was the actual kidnapper. Wow, but who knew about it? Virgo knew that Gemini was the kidnapper and said nothing. This is actually insane. And for our last question of the day, who is our hero that saves Libra's life? Taurus. Taurus said, you're not about to hurt my bestie. Libra comes and saves Libra and then clocks Gemini and Virgo, and justice is served. Thank you very much. Today, I'm going to be ranking the meanest zodiac signs. Starting off, we have Pisces. Pisces is going to be like a 9. They're not too mean. Gemini's going to be a 6. Hashtag two faces. I can say that. I'm a Gemini, though. Sagittarius is a 5. They do not care what people think. Cancer is actually going to be like an 11. Trust me, they have harsh thoughts, but they just don't care enough to be mean to you. Taurus is kind of in the middle, same way. They're going to be mean for like half a second and then get over it. Capricorns can be extremely mean, and Aries as well. Aries is number 1 for me. Aries can be crazy. Scorpio is 4. Okay, Scorpio's gonna be number 4. Libra is actually surprisingly sweet. Okay, they have harsh feelings for sure, but overall, they want to be sweet to people. So 12, because they care what people think about them. Leo is gonna be a 7 for me, because here's the tea on them. They have harsh thoughts, but they don't want to be too incredibly mean because they have an image to uphold. Aquarius is an 8, same thing with Leo, and Virgo's number 2. Easily, Virgo is number 2, trust. Okay, so we are back with another Zodiac murder mystery. Which of the signs got murdered? Aquarius, wow. So everybody go ahead and send condolences for Aquarius. But anyways, who are they last seen with? Taurus. So Taurus is shady for that. But anyways, who is our investigator going to be? Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, a lot could actually go wrong, yeah. But nonetheless, Sagittarius gets started and their first suspect is gonna be Capricorn. But Sagittarius was not finished there. Their second suspect is going to be Scorpio. I agree, Capricorn and Scorpio are shady, but who does Sag end up arresting? Aries. I agree. Aries would totally murder someone. Anyways, it's time to find out who the actual murderer was. Leo! Wow. Well, y'all know Leo and Aquarius are opposite signs, so this makes sense. Anyways, who knew about it? Libra knew about it and did not say a thing the entire time. Wow. Now, our last question of the day is who gets revenge for Aquarius, okay? Gemini. Gemini said, you're not about to hurt my fellow air sign, and Gemini serves justice. Period. It's been a while, but we're back with another Zodiac murder mystery. Let's see who got the chop. Sagittarius. Wow. Okay, if you or a loved one is a Sag, rest in peace. Phew, that was so sad. Anyways, who was Sagittarius last seen with? Scorpio. Now it's time to find out who our investigator will be. Let's see. Libra. You know, Libra has amazing intuition. I have no doubt they're going to crack this case. Libra's first suspect is going to be, let us see, Aries. You know what? I agree. Aries would so murder someone. And their second suspect is going to be, who is it? Cancer, again. Well, actually, I'm a little bit surprised. I don't think Cancer would murder someone, but you never know. Now it's time to find out who got arrested for the murder of Sagittarius. Aries, okay, seems they were a little bit too shady. Now it's time to find out who the actual murderer was. Who was it? Oh my gosh, Capricorn. Capricorn murdered Sag, wow. And our last question of the day is who gets revenge on Capricorn for this murder? Leo! We been new. Today I'm ranking the zodiac signs most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse. First we have Pisces. We're gonna give them an 8. They're not making it too far. Aquarius, a 10. They're also not making it far. Aries is gonna be a 2. They're gonna survive and you won't even expect them to survive. Now Gemini is going to be the person we lose halfway through that's like, no, why did they have to die? Oh my gosh. Next we have Virgo. Virgo is very smart and strategic, so I think they're gonna be like a good 3. Sagittarius would be the one that's like, how are they surviving this long? So they're gonna be like a 5. Like, how did they do it? Capricorn is going to be a 1. They do not play with people. They do not mess with people. They're number 1. Scorpio, they are patient 0. They are the zombie. They start the apocalypse. Leo is a 9. They're not doing too much. Libra is going to be a middle of the pack 7. Taurus is going to be a 4 because they are so stubborn. And Cancer, I am so sorry, babes, but y'all are not surviving this zombie apocalypse. It's going to be an 11 for me. One of the zodiac signs has just gotten kidnapped. Who was it? Virgo! Girl, Virgo, we miss you dearly, but who were they last seen with? Capricorn! Okay, Capricorn, tell us what happened then. Okay, so let's see who our investigator is gonna be for today. Okay, Leo! Okay, I think Leo was actually gonna eat this. Y'all know Leo eats down with their intuition sometimes, so I have some faith in them. Our first suspect is Pisces. Okay. So Pisces is our first suspect of the day. Who is our second suspect? Sagittarius. Ooh. Okay, so Leo has pointed their fingers, but who did they end up arresting? Aries gets arrested for the kidnapping of Virgo. Wow. So Aries has been locked up. Okay, but who actually kidnapped? Pisces. Leo, you were so close. Which sign knew that Pisces was the kidnapper but kept their lips locked? Scorpio! I don't know why Scorpio would be doing all that, but who ends up freeing Virgo? Libra! Libra literally frees Virgo and saves the day. Yes. This is me ranking the zodiac signs based off of how scared I would be if they were mad at me. Sagittarius is gonna be like a 7. I would probably be pretty scared, but not too much, not too much. Aquarius, like a 5. They would like verbally assault me. Libra, low-key like a 6. They can like play some mind games on you. Aries, they might just commit murder. I'm not even lying. Pisces is like an 8. They'll get really upset, but if you just don't show them attention, they'll get over it. They would clock me from behind. You have to run if a Scorpio is mad at you. Capricorn's like a 4. Capricorn would literally just result to violence. Ooh, Virgo's like a 3. They could really just ignore the crap out of you. Taurus is like a 10. They're going to be very stubborn with you, but they'll get over it. And Cancer, I agree with this. Cancer's going to be a 9 because Cancer's just going to look at you and be like, I'm upset with you, but that's about it. Anyways, how should I rank the zodiac signs next? The zodiac signs are going on a road trip, and this is how I would assign the seats for this road trip. Okay, first up, our driver is going to be Virgo. Might as well call them Lightning McQueen because of how fast they're going to get us to our destination. Up here next to Virgo, we're going to have Libra. Libra is going to take in all the song suggestions, and they're going to play everyone's favorites. We love them. Right here in this middle left seat, we're going to have Mrs. Pisces. Pisces just wants to stare out the window and have a great time while still being able to be included if they want. In this middle front seat, we have Gemini. Gemini wants this extra leg room while still being in the center of attention so they can talk to people if they want. And in the front right, we have Aquarius. Aquarius is going to be listening to some music on headphones, but if they do want to talk to the front, they will. They will. In this middle row on the left, we have Scorpio. Scorpio wants to be in the action, but they want to kind of watch it. They don't necessarily want to be in the middle of it. Now, in the dead center middle, we have Leo. Pretty self-explanatory. They want to be in the middle. On the other side of Leo, we have Capricorn. Capricorn's going to feed into Leo a little bit, but they're also going to neutralize them if Leo gets a little too much. In the back left, there's going to be Cancer. Okay, Cancer's just going to sit there, staring out the window, looking at the clouds, having a great time. In the middle back, we're going to have Sagittarius. Sagittarius is going to be like, oh my god, let's talk, blah, 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 let's do this, blah, blah, blah. But they're in the back, so they can't do too much damage. But we love you, Sag. And last, but certainly not least, we have Taurus in the back right corner. Taurus is going to have a great time in this corner. They're going to be on their phones, Snapchatting, sending pics without people being in the background, just having a great time. And in the very back, right next to Taurus, is going to be Aries. Aries is going to need to look out this window. They're going to need to take a break from this chaos because they just simply cannot handle. But they're going to have a great time nonetheless. Oh my gosh, one of the zodiac signs was just kidnapped. Who was it? Taurus! Taurus has been taken. Okay, but who were they last seen with? Cancer! Cancer has got to know something. Okay, who is going to be our investigator? They're going to help us find Bestie Taurus. Aquarius, great. Aquarius is going to try their hardest to find Taurus. Who's their first suspect? Libra, okay. So Libra apparently is serving shady, but who is our second suspect? Leo, so Leo and Libra. Okay, so those two, they are not to be trusted, but who ends up getting arrested? Virgo. But it's time to find out who the actual kidnapper was. Capricorn! Capricorn kidnapped their fellow earth sign? Okay, but who knew about it? Scorpio knew and didn't say anything. And our last question of the day. Who saves Taurus, okay? Aries! Aries said, you're not about to kidnap my bestie Taurus. They busted in there, clocked that T, saved Taurus, and saved the day. Everyone say thank you, Aries. This is what would happen if Gemini fought all the zodiac signs. First, we have Gemini versus Aries. Ooh, this is close, but it's gonna be Aries. Next, we have Gemini and Taurus. That's gonna be Gemini. Love you, Taurus, but... Now we have Gemini and Cancer. Now, this is a really close matchup, but Gemini just takes it. Next is Gemini versus Leo. Now, Leo just matches Gemini's freak, if you know what I mean, so Leo. Next, we have Gemini versus Virgo. Now, Virgo usually is a really hard hitter, but Gemini can get into their mind, so Gemini. Next, we have Gemini and Libra. Now, this is going to be a close one as well, but this one's going to be Gemini. Now we have Gemini and Scorpio. Oh my gosh, this fight is tough, but I'm going to go with Scorpio. Now we have Gemini and Sagittarius. Again, a real close fight, Gemini. Now we have Gemini and Capricorn. I don't think this one is even close. This is Capricorn. Next we have Gemini and Aquarius. We'll go with Aquarius. And our last one is Gemini and Pisces. I'm gonna go with Gemini. Okay, Gemini ate that up. Comment down below which sign you want to see fight all the Zodiacs next. Welcome back to another Zodiac sign murder mystery. It's time to figure out who got the chop. Virgo! So Virgo has been murdered, but who were they last seen with? Taurus, okay. That's not shady at all. Anyways, who's our investigator gonna be? Aquarius, I think they're gonna do an amazing job at this. Aquarius's first suspect is gonna be, who's it gonna be? Gemini! Okay, I'm kind of surprised. Y'all know what they say about Gemini. They say they have two faces. Anyways, who's suspect number 2? Sagittarius. Alright, so we have Gemini and Sag as the suspects, but who does Aquarius end up arresting? Cancer! Oh! Apparently Aquarius knows something we don't, but who was the actual murderer? Taurus, who Virgo was last seen with. Aquarius, how did you miss this? Anyways, who knew about it? Leo knew that Taurus was the murderer and kept their lips sealed. This is shit. And our last question of the day is who gets revenge for Virgo? Capricorn, okay. Welcome back to another Zodiac kidnapping where one of the signs got snatched. Who was it? Leo! Leo has gone #missing, but who are they last seen with? Let's see, Cancer. I'm not gonna lie at all, Cancer is giving extremely shady, but who's the investigator? Sagittarius, okay, I believe in them. Sagittarius wasted absolutely no time getting to work. Their first suspect is Aquarius. And their second suspect right next to Aquarius is going to be Scorpio. You see, I agree. Scorpio and Aquarius can be really shady, but who gets arrested? Virgo. So Virgo gets put behind bars, but who was the actual kidnapper? Pisces. So Pisces was the one who actually kidnapped Leo, but who knew about it? Taurus knew and didn't say anything? I did not know Taurus and Pisces were so close. And our last question of the day, who is our hero that saves Leo? Libra. Libra said, you're not about to hurt my best friend Leo, and they come and save the day, and justice is served. 2025 is just around the corner, and I know we're all wondering, will I finally meet the love of my life next year, or will I get that job I always wanted? Well, with Astro Club, you just might. Once you download the app, all you have to do is scroll down and find your 2025 forecast. This forecast is going to give you an in-depth reading on what to expect next year in your love life, work life, personal life, and friend life, and so much more. With this intel in mind, you're bound to have an amazing year. So, what's stopping you? Download Astro Club for free today. One of the Zodiac signs has just been kidnapped and taken. Who was it? Capricorn, oh my goodness. I mean, y'all know we are in Capricorn season, so what's up? Anyways, who were they last seen with? Taurus, their fellow Earth sign. Okay, so they were last seen with Taurus, but anyways, who is our investigator going to be? Sagittarius. Okay, I believe in them, okay? So Sag wastes no time, they get straight to work, and their first suspect is going to be Scorpio. I agree, honestly. Y'all, Scorpio is so shady. Anyways, their second suspect is going to be Aquarius. I could definitely see both of these signs kidnapping someone, but anyways, who gets arrested? Cancer gets arrested? Wow. I honestly did not expect that. Okay, so now we're gonna see who the actual kidnapper was. Let's see. Gemini kidnapped Capricorn? Honestly, this makes sense. This checks out. Now, our next question is, who knew about it the entire time and didn't say a thing? Scorpio. Again, this checks out. And our last question of the day is, who saves Capricorn's life and gets justice? Okay, Aries. Wow. I support. Aries, you did your big one. Today I'm ranking the Zodiac signs based off of who would most likely beat you in a fight. First we have Aries. It's going to be like a 4 for them. They are tough competition. Sagittarius is going to be like an 8. They tend to be a lot of bark and no bite. Leo is going to be kind of a 7 in the middle for me. Pisces is going to be a 9. I mean, like, they have a lot to be mad over, but like, I don't see them actually fighting anyone. Next we have Libra. Libra is an 11. They would rather save face and let's talk it out in kumbaya. Taurus is going to be a 5, okay? They are stubborn and they will get upset. Virgo, as they are very feisty, but I'm going to put 10 because it's giving a lot of bark, no bite again. Gemini is a 2. Two-faced, they don't care, they have nothing to lose, they will fight you. Aquarius is a 6, they can get very upset at times. Cancer is a 12, with ease, mind you, a 12. Like, they do not want to fight anyone. Capricorn is going to be a 3, they're really good at, like, you know, they don't want to deal with all that. And Scorpio's a 1, they're clearing. They're clearing with ease, mind you, with ease. Okay, today I'm ranking the Zodiacs based off of how sad I would be if they went extinct or missing or blocked. Anyways, Pisces, I would miss them so bad. They're like a 6. They're like a good friend that you need. Aquarius, They're the best friend that you need to cry on their shoulder. Aries, I love y'all. I love y'all down, but a 10 is where it's going to be. Scorpio, y'all are messy boots down. It's going to be a 9. Virgo's hard to swallow, but, you know, they do hold us together, so we'll do an 8. Sagittarius is messy and crazy, so I'll put them at 7. I would be sad if they left. Capricorn, I love y'all, but I just don't know a lot of them IRL, so 12. Cancer, y'all are so sweet, and y'all bring so much light to everything, so a 5. Leo, wait, y'all are gonna hate me for this one, but Leo, I'm never gonna be bored around them, so a 2 at least. Next, we have Taurus. Okay, wait. I love a Taurus. Taurus is always going to be that reliable friend, okay? Libra is going to hold you together, okay? So a 4. And Gemini is my own sign, but I'm going to have to put them at an 11. I'm so sorry. Everybody thinks they're messy, and they low-key are. I can say that. I'm a Gemini, but yeah, that's my ranking. Today, I'm going to be ranking the meanest zodiac signs. Capricorn's at 3. Starting off really strong, Capricorn can hold a grudge. Gemini is going to be like a 4. They also have a little mean streak a mile wide. Sagittarius is going to be like a 6. It's very wishy-washy, but they can pop off. Cancer's like a 9. They'll probably rant about you to their best friend, though. Virgo's a 2. They hold a grudge like no other. Libra's a 10. They can get mean, but they don't usually. They're like the peacekeepers of the zodiac signs, if you understand my drift. Pisces is going to be like an 8. Okay, Pisces can pop off, but most likely they don't. Aquarius is like a 7. They can also have a mean streak, but I really don't think so, for real. Scorpio, ooh, number 1. Now, y'all, I love Scorpio, and none of this is meant to be taken too seriously, but Scorpio can go crazy sometimes. And then 5th, we have Leo. Okay, Leo is definitely like very wishy-washy. We don't really know how they stand for real, but they can really get aggressive, if you understand what I mean. Welcome back to Zodiac Signs on Big Brother, where each week one zodiac sign is getting the chop and kicked out of the Big Brother house. Who's going home tonight? Or who's gonna stick around and win the whole entire thing? Let's find out. This filter is gonna decide who wins our first head of household competition. Aries, okay. And after a long deliberation, Aries has decided to nominate Taurus and Capricorn, both earth signs. Wow. But Aries said the reasoning is because they're the least compatible with them. Now it's time to see who wins the power of veto. Okay, Aquarius. This means that Aquarius has the choice to save either Taurus or Capricorn, or they could choose not to save either of them. All right, we have a decision. Aquarius has decided to save Taurus from eviction. So this means Aries had to nominate another sign. And they said, hey, I'm not compatible with Cancer at all. Me and her, we have beef. So our final nominees are Cancer and Capricorn. Alright, now the rest of the remaining zodiacs have to vote for who they want to be evicted. Cancer or Capricorn. And the votes are in. This is how all the zodiacs voted. Taurus voted for Cancer. Gemini voted for Capricorn. Leo voted for Capricorn. Virgo voted for Cancer. It's 2-2. Libra voted for Capricorn. Scorpio voted for Capricorn. Sagittarius voted for Cancer. Aquarius voted for Cancer. It is 4-4. And the deciding vote for who goes home, Pisces voted for Capricorn. Wow, I am so sorry, Capricorn, but you have just been evicted from the Big Brother house. Goodbye, babes. Wow, so Capricorn has packed their bags and left. Stay tuned to see who gets kicked next time on Big Brother Zodiac Edition. And is Capricorn's game really over, or could they come back some way? Attention, everyone. One of the zodiac signs was just murdered. Who was it? Taurus. Everyone say rest in peace to Taurus. Okay, who was Taurus last seen with, though? Aquarius. This is very interesting. Okay, who's gonna be our investigator? Leo. Leo is gonna crack this case and solve the murder of Taurus. Leo wasted no time. They're starting to point fingers, and it lands on Cancer is their first suspect. But they're not finished with Cancer. Their second suspect of the night is going to be Pisces, both water signs. Okay, so we have Cancer and Pisces, but who does Leo end up arresting? Libra. Okay. So Libra gets hashtag locked up, but who is the actual murderer? Gemini! Gemini was the murderer the whole time, but who knew about it? Scorpio knew that Gemini was the murderer and kept their mouth shut. And our last question of the day, who gets revenge for bestie Gemini? Leo! If the zodiac signs fought their opposite signs, who would win? Let's find out. Our first two opposites we have are going to be Aries and Libra. Now, Libra is a fierce competitor. Much respect. But Aries, my stars, you better start running. Next, we have Taurus and Scorpio. Babes, I love you, Taurus, but Scorpio is devouring. Like, run for your lives. Call 911 immediately. Next, we have Gemini and Sagittarius. Now, this one would not result in a physical fight. It would result in a yapping fest. They would be arguing. You could hear it from the next continent over. Gemini wins. Next up, we have Cancer and Capricorn. Now, Cancer is going to try to twist Capricorn's mind, but Capricorn is not going to let them have that, so Capricorn. Next, we have Aquarius and Leo. Now, both of these signs want to be stars one day, but who's going to be the star? Leo. Next, we have Pisces versus Virgo. Now, I love you, Pisces, but let me hold your hand when I say this. Virgo is devouring this. One of the zodiac signs was just murdered. Who was it? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you may be gone, but you will never be forgotten. Who were they last seen with, though? Aries was last seen with them. Okay, let's get down to solving this case. Who is our investigator gonna be? Capricorn, okay. I don't know how Capricorn's gonna do on this, but anyways, their first suspect's gonna be Leo. Whoa. So apparently Leo has been giving shady. Okay, who's their second suspect gonna be? Cancer. So Cancer and Leo are Capricorn suspects, but who does Capricorn end up arresting? Scorpio. Now, I don't know if I trust that, but it's time to find out who the real murderer was. Virgo. Virgo killed Sagittarius. Wow, I honestly cannot believe this, but who knew about it the entire time? Gemini knew, so Gemini and Virgo were working to kill Sagittarius, and Gemini and Sagittarius are opposite signs, so it makes sense. Our last question of the day is going to be who gets revenge for Sagittarius? Aquarius! Aquarius said you're not about to get away with this, and they come and save the day. Today I'm going to be ranking the craziest zodiac sign. Starting off at the bottom, we have Cancer, Taurus, and Pisces. They can be crazy, but they don't start out crazy. Overall, pretty chill. Next, I'm gonna put Virgo, Libra, and Sagittarius. Now, these three signs can get really crazy if you really work them up, but overall, we'll put them down here. Next, I'm putting Capricorn, Aries, and Leo. Now, these three signs will go insane if things don't go their way, but like I said, they don't start out crazy, but they can definitely get crazy, and I would not recommend crossing them. Those three are going to ruin your life. In third place, I'm going to put Gemini. You know, they say they have two faces for a reason. And I can say that, I'm a Gemini myself, but Geminis can get real crazy. In second place is Aquarius. Aquarius sometimes gets really upset with people for crazy reasons. And number one, this shouldn't be a surprise, Scorpio. I love Scorpio, but come on, y'all. Y'all get real crazy sometimes. This is who would win if Leo fought all of the zodiac signs. First up, we have Leo versus Aries. This is a fierce matchup. I'm actually gonna go with Aries, sorry. Now we have Taurus versus Leo. I'm gonna go back to Leo. Leo is clearing. And third, we have Leo versus Gemini. When I tell you this is the most messy matchup you could possibly have, I'm actually gonna go with Leo on this, and Gemini is upset. Now we have Leo versus Cancer. I'm gonna go with Leo. Now we have Leo versus Virgo. Virgo is here to end Leo's winning streak. Virgo. And next we have Leo versus Libra. I'm going back to Leo. Leo can just make Libra so upset. Now we have Leo versus Scorpio. Whew, Scorpio is a heavy hitter. I'm going with Scorpio. Next is Leo versus Sagittarius. Leo. Next we have Leo versus Capricorn. I'm going with Capricorn. Now we have Leo versus Aquarius. I'm gonna go with Leo. And last we have Leo versus Pisces. Leo. Okay, Leo did an amazing job. Comment which sign you want to see fight all the zodiacs next.